Hello out there, David Oakes here. I'm just wanting to make a short video kind of explaining the way Jimmy used his scales, triads, seventh chords in building his compositions. It's very unique, and this is not a lesson on triads as much as maybe a theory lesson on how they were actually applied. So I think this is a different angle that people will like even more. I know that Jimmy always in the classroom would teach these things. I was sitting right next to him while he did it. And inevitably, 3 or 4 students would come up after the class and say, "How can I use this?" And his answer was always the same: "I don't know. I don't know how you'll use it." I wish he had said, "I don't know how you'll use it, but let me show you how I used it." And that would have made people probably a lot happier. Anyways, the way he always started a class was to take a triad, like I'm playing an E major triad right here, E, G sharp, B, and I'm going to lower the third a whole step, raise the fifth a half step. So I end up with that. That's known as Jimmy's triad. And for the remainder of the talk today, I'm only going to be referring to this triad. If I say he had to put a triad here, that's Jimmy's triad, this thing. Okay, so let's take this note E and leave the F sharp and the C where they are, but let's take that E and let's move it up an octave to the second string. Now we have a shape that is very usable. This could be an A flat 7 chord with a sharp 5. It could be a D dominant 9th chord. Anyways, so we're taking that chord and now let's move it. And so you can see how he's moving that triad shape. So I moved that shape to a G sharp, a D, and a C. Now that's a C triad. C, D, C sharp. Now I'm playing G sharp, D, C. And so to create this D9 flat 5, he combined 2 triads, an E triad and the C triad. Now, a lot of times he might do a variation, like he might go like that, where he adds a B natural on top. The idea is what we hear as musicians is D13 flat 5 and or A flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. We hear these sounds but yet what he's doing there, this note is a B, which is part of his C scale. You know, he's on his C triad at that point, so that B is really kind of diatonic to those notes. C scale being C, D, E flat, flat 3, F sharp, G sharp, sharp 4, sharp 5, A the 6th, B the 7th, C the root. So B is part of that, his C scale. So again, he's just trying to play an extension there that works. So let me show you another one. This is very much a cliche of Jimmy's. So we have a C and an A going to an F sharp and a B flat. This is all through Etude 8. You know, this thing, wherever you have the 2 4 bars. It's pretty much this idea. But what this is part of his B flat scale. And then we go to the C scale. So the B flat scale, C would be the second, A would be the seventh, F sharp is the +5, B flat is the root. So, and now also we have a B flat triad here. B flat, C, and F sharp. We see it maybe better in its root position, but that is a B flat triad. Kind of the same way that this is a C triad now. Anyways, let's go on. Let's see, how about this move? This is another cliche. Right? So we're taking a C triad down here, and we're using a couple notes from the C scale, and then we're finishing it with a C triad on the lower side of the guitar neck. And the result is a beautiful Lydian dominant sound. It's a sharp 11. That's kind of what we're hearing as musicians. But he's just moving triads. This triad to that triad. And these two notes in the way are just two notes that he used quite a bit. If you remember in classic country, he would do these kinds of exercises. And so this C and F sharp is part of this B flat triad. And this is just a move. So this is part of B flat. This is C. This would be over a D triad. I always thought of that. I always taught my students, well, Jimmy's taking a line up chromatically, and in the bottom he's playing these thirds and whole steps. So it's a kind of a nice whole tone idea with a chromatic scale. It took me a while to understand that that's just triads, and the move is diatonic to his scale. Anyways, let's do one more. How about this one? So this is F sharp and C, and then what we're hearing as musicians is that tritone with this beautiful line underneath it or through it. And what this actually is a B flat scale and triad. There's a B flat triad right there, B flat, C, F sharp. And then he's got scale tones, the 7th degree of the B flat scale, the 6th degree of the B flat scale. And then we've got another tritone here, but we're in his C altered scale now, because this will be sharp 4 and the root. And then we have the flat 3, the 2, and the sharp 5, and we close it with a C triad. So we begin it kind of up here with a B flat triad. We connect it to C down here. Now, a cool thing about the triads is that they happen twice inside of his altered scale. Once on the root and once on the sharp 4. So it's kind of like they're flat 5 subs for each other. Like, for instance, a C triad is C, D, G sharp. But built off the sharp 4, it would be F sharp, G sharp, D, right? So that's an F sharp triad. That's a C triad. So the only thing that we're moving is the tritone and the bass. The second and third notes are the same. They're just flipped around, kind of like a flat 7 and a D7 would have a couple of similar notes. And so that really helps to get this. So when I did this, F sharp and C tritone, I'm basically playing the roots of his two triads. So when he then goes to this, I don't know if this was an F sharp triad or if this was a C triad. They're so similar, and playing them off that tritone, it's hard to tell which one is which. But anyways, I hope this helps you out, and I will, if I hear back from you, if you leave a few comments, if you think this is a worthwhile thing, I'll make a bunch more videos like this for you. And anyways, thanks for listening, and have a good evening.